Oh hey, my name is Matthew Jehle, and I'm going to show you how I made my stupid little short film HBO intro. Huh? By the way, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I do a little bit. Yeah, boy! First things first, let's just play the whole thing because it's only 15 seconds. Okay, I'm going to put on the season finale of House of the Dragon. You down for that?
Fuck yeah, dog. Just make sure you turn the volume down, though, before you start that episode, because the HBO intro is so loud, it's like fucking crazy.
Huh? Super stupid. I want to bake in the best lighting that I possibly can before doing anything, really. There is footage of me sitting in here rehearsing that shot, of course. I'm going to start with this because this has the most going on. And let's start with the lighting. I've got the sun over here, shooting. Hitting the buildings, hitting the trees. We've got a aperture bulb. I've got my Godox off camera left over here, hitting my face. That's what this is right here, and you can see it in my eyes. That is that softbox hitting my eyes.
These eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never gonna see another one like I have with you.
I've got smoke helping lift the blacks. I've got a lot of separation here between the couch and the pillow and then me. I've got obviously some nice bloom inhalation going on here. You can see that. You can kind of see that here too in the controller. You can see that here, maybe like a little bit in the highlights of my skin. Yeah, I can just see that a little bit. It's nice and soft.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
So this is all very, very strategic, separating the dark from the white, creating a nice little silhouette of myself. Surprise, surprise, if you were trying to guess what camera I was using, it's a GH5. I'm using a DZO Linglung 20 to 70 millimeter T2.9. So this is at T2.9, I believe at 70 millimeters in an ISO of 200. And then the ND stopped down a bit. That was so I didn't blow out all of the light back here, right? Because this natural sunlight is extremely bright.
When is that darn thing gonna set?
But because I'm using the ND, which allows me to have more control on the inside of the apartment with a nice big softbox hitting my face, that way I can balance out those two things, right? I'm balancing out the really hard light back here with a nice softbox for the interior. It's kind of like lighting 101 because I'm getting that nice little beauty triangle right here on the left side of my cheek. The way I mic'd myself up was I put the microphone laying on the arm going this way. I didn't want to have to lab myself up. I didn't want to have to pull out another C-stand with an arm for it to rest on up above me. I didn't want to have to deal with all that stuff. I wanted to keep this as super simple as possible.
The less you do, the more you do.
All right, so that kind of breaks it down for this whole scene, right? The other person talking is just me. I made it sound like I was in the other room. If I just solo this.
Just make sure you turn the volume down, though, before you start that episode, because the HBO intro is so loud, it's like fucking crazy.
Yeah, it just sounds like I quite literally think it's in
that you had your
Today, Junior?
in the other room effect.
That was a rough.
And then of course this last shot. For this shot, I use a smoke machine. It's like a DJ smoke machine, so it can be pretty aggressive. Which is nice for this because it has a trigger on a cord, and I'm sitting on the couch with a leaf blower at my feet. So the trick is I turned that on first to blow at my face. It was super loud, so I felt kind of bad for my neighbors if they were home and hearing that. People probably think I'm a psychopath using a leaf blower inside of my apartment. Turned it on first, and then I hit the smoke machine. That way, it feels like it's the beginning of the explosion, and the smoke is coming into my face. I think that's sold pretty well. A lot of people are asking me how I did that, and that's pretty much how I did it. I did a pretty good job of lighting this, so I didn't feel like I needed to really touch anything when it came to exposure or contrast with Lumetri specifically. I did everything just through Dehancer. Dehancer is a fantastic plugin if you want to give your films a film look.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
It's got halation, it's got bloom, it's got plenty of film grains you can choose from. I'm using the Kodak Ektar, but I mean, you've got, I believe there's somewhere around 62 choices of what profile you want to use when it comes to film. For print, it's just linear. All I did was take the exposure and boost it, so it helps sell that gag a little bit more. That facial expression is ridiculous. Look at my chin.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
It's like non-existent. How did I do that? Look at this. Look at that chin. It's completely gone. Look at those teeth.
Oh my God, that is funny!
So let's go back to the beginning of the scene. I'm recreating that sunlight, so all I did was take my key light and I turned it around and I set it on the ground and it's just hitting that wall. So it's not a very complicated shot. And when it comes to the audio that you're getting here, so there's just a lot of room tone. I put the microphone right below this. So it's actually recording audio coming from the speaker. So that's how you're getting like those little swipe sounds that Apple TV makes and stuff like that. The cuts here, I needed to cut these shorter to just get the gag to move a lot quicker. And the good thing about that is that because this is on a tripod, it's a still image, so I'm able to cut pretty seamless between each of these shots. This last stuff down here, I mean, these sound effects, let's isolate these. And then we have this sound. This one is a transformer hit. So a nice low tone. So yeah, just a nice big boom. So it just helps lift up as if there's actually an explosion going on, and then you put them all together. Huh? I am an idiot.
It's true.
I think that's it. I think I covered everything. If I missed something or if you guys have any questions, just make a comment and I'll do my best to respond. If you enjoyed this little ditty, probably shouldn't say ditty. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe. I've got another one coming out for the pump, which is going to be a lot more complicated because even though that was like a minute-long short film, there's a lot that happens in that one. There's a lot of cutting. There's a lot of sound effects.
I say, God damn, what a rush!
And that is probably the best thing I've done so far. So I'm really going to dive into detail with that one. Stay tuned and yeah, bye-bye. Bye.